So there was such a big euphoria throughout our country that it was like entire country was running to the stock market, and it was like overnight you can become rich by investing or buying stocks. That was the kind of euphoria that was created in 1991 by Mr. Harshad Mehta. And I also got lured by that. And honestly, there was nothing much to do because commerce graduate usually, in those days, I don't know about now, we used to not study, or there was hardly any studies for a commerce graduate. I hear just same now. Okay. So हमको सच में मालूम भी नहीं था क्या करना है लाइफ में. So one got graduated and have to do something in life. So I used to stay in suburbs of Mumbai, and Mumbai is known for its suburban railway. So 70 lakh people every day travel by local trains in Mumbai. 70. I don't think so. Chandigarh's population is more than 2.5 million, 25 lakh. And here we are talking about a city where 70 lakh people travel by local train, and I was one of them who took Malad Ki local to Churchgate. Churchgate is a place where stock exchange building is there, Bombay Stock Exchange building. And hundreds and thousands of boys who had graduated like me, they came to stock market in 1991. In those days, the trading in stock market used to happen there was a trading ring. It was basically a 10,000, 15,000 square feet huge hall, probably more than that, 25,000 square feet huge hall, where designated people by brokers of Bombay Stock Exchange, members of Bombay Stock Exchange, those people were the privileged one who could enter the trading hall and trade for thousands and lakhs of clients of various brokers. There must be around 500, 600 members, and they used to send their sub-brokers in the trading room. So people who used to go in the trading room were considered like, actually they were like heroes of the market, and other people like us, we used to stand outside the trading room and wait for getting the prices which is inside, and or wait for next day's newspaper in which the prices were printed. So that is how it was. Why I am giving you this, because I thought it's important for you to understand what technology can do after technology came. So those were my struggling days as well. Young boy starting his career, no money, no contacts, nothing. And in those days, the market were trading times were 12 to 2, only 2 hours trading. So during that 2 hours, the brokers were flooded with trade orders, and their people used to execute this thing. And after 2 o'clock, what to do, where to go, where to sit, that was the problem. So Dalal Street is a famous street where Bombay Stock Exchange was there. National Stock Exchange was not there. I hope you understand capital market, and you know about BSE, NSE. If I am assuming that, and I am telling this story. So NSE was not there, only Bombay Stock Exchange was there. So I used to spend my time at a PCO at Dalal Street, Ashok Lunch Home, just outside Ashok Lunch Home, there was a PCO. I used to stand there and I used to call. And I didn't have a direct relationship with the broker. So I used to trade in grey market and premium market, as it was called, because the time IPO was announced and it got listed, there used to be gap of 4 to 6 months. तो हमारे जैसे कड़के लोग जिसके पास पैसा नहीं होता था, it was apt for people like us to trade in that grey market, because you didn't need any official channel for that. So that's how life started. And I'll introduce you to one of the person who is very prominent, who has prominent place in my life and my career, who is here today. I'll introduce you to him later on. So uh, uh, now imagine a 19, 20, 21-year-old boy struggling and started making money in grey market and all, and learning on the streets of Dalal Street. And in those days, the volumes on Bombay Stock Exchange used to be 100 crore, 200 crore a day. It was considered a very big thing. The day the volume touched 200 crore, there were firecrackers busted on the streets of Dalal Street. So that was the thing. Then, come 1993 and early 1994, uh, under the leadership of our great Prime Minister Narasimha Rao and a visionary finance minister we had, Dr. Manmohan Singh. Dr. Manmohan Singh's brainchild was National Stock Exchange. Basically, Harshad Mehta scam triggered lot of regulatory fall in our system, and a big scam occurred which shook the country. Entire country banking system was on verge of collapse and all. And there was this brokers club which finance minister thought needs to be challenged and there should not be monopoly. So he introduced the idea of National Stock Exchange. So National Stock Exchange was formed under that background, and first time trading started on a electronic system, screen based trading. So you could trade anywhere, sitting anywhere, any part of India. You could trade on a computer screen, and all of everybody, all market participants in the country got real time price, real time information. Suddenly there was level playing field for everybody in the market, and it created great opportunity. So this was what technology did. In those days, those computer used to work on VSET, a VSET kind of thing used to be installed on the terraces, and the computer used to take this thing, and it would work on that. You know what happened? The turnover of Bombay Stock Exchange, which was 100 to 200 crore, shot up to any wild imagination. It shot up to 10,000 crore in next 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. 100 crore to 10,000 crore. Exponentially, the volume exploded on stock exchanges, and the brokerage rates, which were 1.5%, 2% in those days, dropped to 0.10%. So your cost of doing the transaction came down to 5% of the original cost, and the volumes became 100x. And people like me, who were outside and who were like very hungry, very desperate to go in that real time world and do some trade, got an opportunity to be part of the system where there is complete transparency and level playing field was there, and complete democratization of information and everything. So what happened was, uh, after spending 2-3 years on the streets of Dalal Street, struggling, you learn a lot, real world experience. You know which companies are not good companies, which are bad companies, which are frauds, which are better ones to stay invested. So I started trading, and suddenly success started coming, and I started making lot of money for my age. That time I was 20, 94, yeah, 23, 22, just turning 23. And life changed forever. And in during Harshad Mehta time, 91, the BSC Sensex was 4,500. That 4,500 index didn't cross till 1999 dot com boom. or IT boom. I will say Y2K boom, dot-com boom came in 2001, 2002. So 8 years of bear market, still the volume went up from 100 to 100 crore to by that time 50,000 crore, 1 lakh crore. The volume shot up this thing. So this is what technology can do uh, to any industry when technology is introduced. What technology can do? I am just narrating one example, which is my own this thing, and my life changed forever because of that. And uh, if I may just uh, go on to add, Namita, you want me to speak beyond this topic or? Yeah, yeah. So this is how my career started, and I will very, very strongly recommend all of you to always be associated with stock market, capital markets, to be to create wealth. It is an excellent mode of generating wealth for this thing, and you have to be uh, you can be a trader, you can be an investor. There are various other things associated with the market. You can choose your uh, uh, career according to this thing. I'll just give you an example. Next year, India is expected to become $4 trillion economy. Today we are $3.6 trillion economy. By FY24, end of FY24, we will become $4 trillion economy. This is the 75th year of independence. Now from $4 trillion to $10 trillion, in various reports, research reports by multiple reputed research arm of various reputed institution, by 2032 to 2035, between those 3 years, we are projected to reach $10 trillion economy. So $4 trillion was generated in 75 years. But next 8 years to 9 years, we are expected to generate another $6 trillion. तो 75 साल में जो पैसा कमाई हुआ है देश को, वो अगले 10 साल में उससे 1.5 गुना ज्यादा होएगा. And imagine that is the time when all you young students will be doing some work. Either you will be founding your own company, or you will working for some company, or you will whatever work you do, that is the kind of opportunity which our country will give to you all. So trust me, this is such a great time for all of you to come in job market and to do your own work. So you should feel really blessed, and such opportunities comes in a life of nation in more than 200-300 years. If you guys know, 1960 to 1985, 90, 30 years, Japan became from a third world country, underdeveloped country, to a developed nation. In the world, everything was ruled by Japan. All electronics, Sony, these, that, everything came from Japan. From 1990, 92 to 2000, say 14, 15, China became a developed nation. I very strongly feel time has come for India by 2050. In next 25 to 30 years, we will become a developed nation. Recently, a report has come from Credit Suisse, CLSA bolte hai, very reputed broking house. They have projected India's economy, GDP, to reach $40 trillion by 2047 to 2050. Yani we are 4 trillion today, 10x in 30 years. Just imagine, we are a country of 130 crore people. So what kind of opportunity which you all have, but to make good of such opportunity, what you have to do, that is also important. Sabse first, I think you have to be very, very positive, constructive, and optimist and believer in India. Then Once you are convinced, you see, I'll tell you one thing. Each and everybody of you want to be successful and rich. How many of you want to become rich in life? 80% लोग को ये लगता है, 20% ने हाथ नहीं उठाया. ठीक है. You become rich first over here. You become rich in your mind before you become rich in your bank account. I can give you hundreds of example of this. Hundreds of example of this. Look at this Plaksha University. This is a 2000 crore project. When we started in 2016, none of us thought कि 2000 करोड़ नहीं रेस कर पाएंगे, जबकि तभी 1 रुपया नहीं रेस हुआ था. And look here, today we have raised 900 crore rupees, and this is actual university because we were mentally rich, mentally confident. Conviction was there, we will be able to do it. So first you have to be very sure about and very convinced about what you have to do. I'll share my life, some more experiences. When I was 16, 17, 18, my college friend over there, Rishi, is also sitting over here. We used to, from age of 16 till age of 26, this was 80s and early 90s of Bombay. We didn't had any money, but there is no Hindi film party or Vijay Mallya party or Hindi film or any five-star hotel of Mumbai which we used to not visit every weekend without any money. And trust me, we were not invited at those parties. We used to just go. We used to sit next to Amitabh Bachchan, Firoz Khan, top Bollywood actors. Mumbai was very different in those years. This was pre-bomb blast. No security, nothing. Everybody was so welcoming everywhere. We as young boys used to walk in party as if हमारे बाप की party है. Why I am saying so? Vijay Mallya used to throw such flamboyant party. Commerce student, nothing, no great education, but we had the confidence and the aspiration was such. And उससे हमने क्या सीखा? We learned we want good life. We want to become successful. We want to become rich. Mentally we were rich 10 years before actually we became rich. So that is the thought. एक एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ मेरा इन्वेस्टिंग एग्जाम्पल का. देयर इज अ कंपनी फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़. I'll name the company also, Ethos Watches, if anybody of you know. You are wearing a Rolex though, so I know. So this company is the largest Swiss watch seller in our country. Swiss watches, स्विट्जरलैंड की watches है. वो स्टार्ट ही होती है 1 लाख 2 लाख से, एंड ऊपर में 2 करोड़ 3 करोड़ तक की भी एक वॉच होती है. Why I am telling you this? Recently, or some years back, this company came to market to raise money. Like how you do startup, you raise money, you go to investors. There were some investors who were of the view, analyst top class, nothing against them, but they were of the view, पागल हो गए हो क्या? 2 लाख का घड़ी कोई पहनता है, कोई पहन ही नहीं सकता है. So he was mentally poor. माने he couldn't even believe कि इतना महंगा घड़ी भी कोई बिकता है क्या? बिक ही नहीं सकता है. That time the market cap समझते हो? कोई market cap is valuation of a company. 100 करोड़ market cap था उस कंपनी का. And there were people who believed कि no, this is the thing, ये तो होएगा ही, and India will become rich and people will spend money. Today that company is 3000 crore market cap company. So those who were mentally rich invested in the company. Those who were already हो गए, उन्होंने नहीं invest किया. So these are the things as students you all need to learn. You have to be aspiring for good things. In my life, जब I was about to get married, we had arranged marriage system. So the girl asked me a question. Just not my wife, but somebody who rejected me. The question was, she asked general, how do you see, how what kind of life you want, and what is your this thing. So I told her, I clearly remember, I want, and I वो time इतना पैसा नहीं था, पैसा था, but I said कि I like life like Yash Chopra movies, and I live life like Yash Chopra movie, and forever this thing. So she thought, ए पागल है, क्या बोलता है. Really not joking. She was a pretty girl. उसने ना बोला, मुझे भी खराब लगा, but ठीक है. But this is a fact. If you aspire, and if you're, I at my age, in your age when I was there, we used to buy. All my college friends are there. Here, couple of them. We used to go and buy Burberry, Gucci, Prada at that time. In India, trust me, nobody have heard about these names. But because this aspiration was such, it made us slog and earn that money. I am not, see, there is a thin line between foolishness and having really this thing. So you guys take the main point out of it, ki think about good things, aspire to become big and all, and do what you like. आपको जरूरी नहीं है यश चोपड़ा ही, आपको किसी और चीज में पसंद होएगा. Nowadays kids like to be like Elon Musk. पहले उसके पहले जेफ बिजोस था, उसके पहले स्टीव जॉब्स था. Get inspired and motivated by them, but don't follow them blindly. There is a culture in tech companies where people come in short, in Crocs, because Steve Jobs used to do that, or somebody else will do that. ये इंडिया है, नहीं चलेगा वो. So get inspired, get motivated, but at the same time, and don't think small. People spend multiple hours in figuring out कौन सा पैकेज सस्ता है, उस पर डिस्काउंट क्या मिलेगा, टिकट किधर सस्ता है, क्या स्कीम चल रही है, उस पर खरीदू. बॉस, कमाने पे फोकस करो. थिंक कि दिस कंपनीज आर डूइंग दिस, व्हाट इज द थॉट अबाउट बिहाइंड देम. लर्न फ्रॉम मुकेश अंबानी, मैन ऑफ करेज. ऐसा करेज होना चाहिए. वोडाफोन वाज द ग्लोबल लीडर. टुडे इट इज ऑन इट्स नीज begging for money to Indian government, and Indian corporate introduced Jio, and he is number one. Look at what Patanjali, Baba Ramdev is doing. Look at opportunities where you see there is market for 100 years and go in that market. See, wherever there is import substitution or disruption, there are, I said, a mental poverty and real poverty and richness. There are people who will say, यार रेस्टोरेंट में धंधा ही नहीं हो रहा है, ग्राहक ही नहीं आता है. एट द सेम टाइम जोमेटो इज सेइंग, मैंने 1 घंटे में 1 मिलियन ऑर्डर कर दिया. अरे वो भी तो फूड ही दे रहा है ना. सो दैट इज व्हाट टेक्नोलॉजी इज डूइंग. जोमेटो इज अ टेक कंपनी, फूड टेक कंपनी, राइट? डिसरप्शन. So you don't invest in that restaurant, you invest in Zomato. Look at what Oyo Room or Airbnb has done. Hotel chains which have 100 years of existence, they have 50,000 rooms. Indian hotel है ना, ताज सबको मालूम है ना, 100-year-old कंपनी है अप्रोक्सीमेटली. उसके पास सब मिला के आई थिंक दे मस्ट बी हैविंग 20,000 रूम्स. ओयो रूम्स, 5 साल का बच्चा अभी आया है, ही हैज 2-3 लाख रूम्स. टेक्नोलॉजी, whether to, then you have to figure out the valuation. Technology companies trade at crazy valuation also. You should not do that. You should think कि which will survive. ये घास में ना पिन ढूंढने वाला काम है. Investing means, if you want to become good investor, it is like searching a needle in thick grass. But if you are able to search, or you get a good idea, not only in investing, in your business also, then don't be a fool by thinking small or making small small profit. That is where your courage and conviction will help you. If you get good idea, good this thing, just take a big bet. The biggest risk in all of your life is not taking any risk. Risk taker will do well in this world. But there is a difference between foolishness and risk. Jumping from a six floor building is not risk taking, that is foolishness. But understanding your downside and understanding your capital protection and then taking risk based on your research, that is where your education will help you. Deep research and your education and hard work will give you the conviction to understand whether the risk I am taking will give me big reward or not. But once you are convinced कि the risk के सामने बड़ा reward मिलेगा, then don't ever shy away from taking that risk. But for small reward, don't ever take the risk. How many of you know Messi, football player Messi? Almost the entire class. Have you observed his game or read about his game? 83% of the game time वो ऐसा ऐसा चलते रहेगा, घूमते रहेगा, कुछ करता नहीं है. लोगों को लगता है कि बॉस ये वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 प्लेयर, व्हाट इज ही डूइंग? Moment he gets an opportunity, he runs like a cheetah, nobody can match his speed, and he creates a pass which ball pierces among 4 or 5 defenders and creates a goal opportunity. That is what we have to learn. When there is an opportunity, you don't see here or there. Just अर्जुन की आंख देख के एक ही लक्ष्य, kill it man, छोड़ना नहीं है उसको. That is what you have to do as students. If you get an opportunity, never miss it. And if you feel opportunity is not there, don't waste your time. Go to a club, go with your girlfriend, do whatever you want to do. But if there is opportunity, किसी की सुनो मत. Focus, and just this is what has helped me. This is what perseverance, lage raho. I started my career with this great man, Mahesh Kupchandani. He was the Bombay Stock Exchange broker in 1991. I was not his direct client. I was a friend of mine. His boss was his client. So I was like 4th or 5th in this thing. My friend used to sit in his office. I used to sit outside. And that's how. But today we are like brothers. We have such strong relationship. That's why I told you I will introduce you to a special person. So life is a journey. अंदर पूरा मेहनत, confidence रखो, conviction रखो. You are second to none. You can do so many things. And see, without a country giving an opportunity or a place of this thing, we can't do anything. So country comes first. But our country is on cusp of giving you that opportunity. 1991, Manmohan Singh Narasimha Rao came. They gave opportunity to people like me. I am creation of what that great man did. आपको मालूम है, earlier in India to do any business, there was license. And that license was given to only 2, 3, 4 people, favoritism. Rest of the people you are not even allowed to do. आज अपने को इतनी कार के मॉडल दिख रहे हैं ना. How many cars are there? More than 20 cars we have choice. Earlier there were only 2 cars, Ambassador and Fiat. And those cars used to break down this, that, because the government used to not allow. Moment they allowed, they freed the economy, liberalization. Entrepreneur came from small towns, small cities, from everywhere in the world. So they gave the opportunity, so the country progressed. Today Modi ji is also doing good work, great job. He is bringing everybody into system, plugging the loopholes, this, that. He is leveraging the country's demographic to bargain with the world. Earlier only China used to do that. China used to use their low cost production facility ka this thing to get other deals, cheap raw materials. This thing today India is also trying to do that. We have to support the country. The kind of opportunity. See, how many all of us travel by air? We go abroad and all. Do we have any Indian airlines who takes us to US or multiple cities? We have to go to via Emirates or something. Bombay से दुबई जाओ या इधर से जाओ फिर दुबई से हो जाओ. Today Air India has come. Tata has taken that opportunity. In 3 years, they have ordered this. They have ordered 500 planes. Was it's an order which has shook the world? In 2-3 years, all of us will fly Air India. There was an opportunity. Tata have grabbed onto that opportunity. What Mukesh Bhai is doing now, Mukesh Ambani, all of us use Lux or Pierce or Dove or all kind of soap. Have we ever thought all these are foreign brands? 100 rupees we spend here, 50 rupees goes to a foreign country in name of royalty, in name of this, that. Today, Mukesh Ambani will sell you the same soap, 100 rupees soap at 60 bucks, same quality. All of us will have to buy. We will buy ना, सस्ता मिलेगा तो. उसका कॉस्ट होता है 20 रुपया साबुन का, तो वो भी कमाएगा. You should think in those lines. EV cars आ रही है कंट्री में, which will replace all these ICE vehicles. ICE यानी internal combustion. तुम लोग तो इंजीनियर हो यार, मेरे से ज्यादा मालूम है. So those vehicles are replaced. There is good big opportunity over there. See, there has to be marriage of technology and finance to make business sense. So read newspapers, follow the news, and just don't read and believe. देखो बॉस, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, today in India, how many of you have mobile phones? Everybody? 130 crore में 25-30 crore बच्चे होंगे. Out of 100 crore, 90 crore have mobile phones, smartphones. So everybody has become a reporter and journalist in this country. Everybody has real-time information. In 30 minutes, the whole country knows what is happening everywhere. So you have to do something different to have that edge to do better than those people. What is that different? That different is courage. That different is taking risk. That difference is how to think differently. सब जन एक ही जगह जा रहे. Crowds are never right. Crowds are never wise. Still, in life, to survive, you will always have to be with the crowd, with the trend. But you should know when to stand against the trend. That is your day.